Friday, May 19th, 2017 here on the Patriots Beat Podcast. On this episode, we break down some actual Patriots news this week, including Tom Brady's possible concussion and LeGarrette Blount's departure from the team. All that and more on this episode of the Patriots Beat Podcast.
This is Larry H. Russell speaking on behalf of the network, thanking you once again for downloading the Patriots Beat Podcast here on CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio-video coverage for New England professional sports. Download the free CLNS Radio mobile app for your iPhone or Android for immediate and convenient access to all the content available on the CLNS Radio YouTube channel, podcasting network, and clnsradio.com. Now, on to another edition of Patriots Beat. Take it away, Harris.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Patriots Beat Podcast. I'm your host, Harris Rubenstein. Very happy to be with you on this lovely Friday morning. We actually have things to talk about, but please don't find us on Twitter at CLNS Media and on Facebook at Facebook.com/CLNS fans. Go find me on Twitter at CLNS_Sportstein. Guess what, people? We actually have Patriots news to talk about this time around. What a miracle, especially because we're in the middle of May, also known as the absolute dead zone of just everything football. Just nothing's going on, except for this week where we had a little bit of Patriots news. So we're going to break it down. We got a little bit of stuff. We got this Brady Concussion story. We got Blount signing with Philly, and Sebastian Vollmer is officially retiring. So first things first, we're going to spend the first half of the show talking about this Tom Brady thing because I think we can spend a solid 10 minutes on this. So first things first, Tom Brady is amazing. One of the greatest athletes in the history of sports, one of the most resilient players in the history of athletics, going into his age 40 season with the Patriots. This and that, had an incredible year last year. I think I just saw a stat from Pro Football Focus last year that the Tom Brady led the NFL in yards per attempt on third down, even when 9 of Brady's 15 games were without the greatest tight end in the NFL. So Brady had an amazing year last year, but apparently, according to his wife, Gisele Bundchen, I've never been able to say her last name. I don't even think that's right. But according to his wife, Tom Brady actually had a concussion. Wow, what a surprise. Tom Brady apparently got a concussion last year, reported by Gisele on, I either believe, a radio show or she was on some late-night talk show. It's crazy. So Brady might have gotten a concussion. Obviously, we know that Brady didn't miss any games last year with a concussion. And it's also pretty obvious that we also know that Brady never reported to anyone that he had a concussion, and it was never on the Patriots injury report that he had a concussion. The NFL came back and was like, we have no idea what the heck is going on here, so we're just going to say that everyone's kind of cleared of responsibility. So it seems to me that that little old goody two-shoes Tom Brady decided to take all this in his own hands and not tell anyone that he had a concussion, which is absolutely outrageous considering everything going on in the NFL right now. Like, the headline should not be Tom Brady got a concussion. The headline should be Tom Brady got a concussion and didn't tell anyone about it. That is insane. I can't even imagine what the uproar would have been if this happened during the season, where let's say he got a concussion like week 6 and no one learned about it until like week 14 where it got out that he got a concussion. We don't even know when he got it. And that's kind of the thing for me that's a little bit cheeky. It's like, all right, Gisele gave us all this information that, all right, he got a concussion, the Patriots didn't do anything about it, blah, blah, blah. But we don't know when this actually happened. This could have happened in the middle of the season. This could have happened in the playoffs. This could have happened right when he came back. This could have literally happened any time. And to be totally honest, I remember I saw a study where you can tell that someone has a concussion based off of their statistical output. I forget. Go check Google and see if the article's still there. But there was never a time this year where Brady was so bad that you're like, man, is there something wrong with him? Is he hurt? Is he injured? Like, what's going on? Because you look at his game logs, and I mean, he only threw 2 picks this year. The only 2 games that he threw picks. I mean, his worst game was against Seattle at home, but he still was 23 of 32 for 316 yards and a quarterback rating of 90, which was his 3rd lowest on the year, but still pretty good. He had a QBR of 66 in that game. He had a couple bad games in the middle of the year. The game towards the end of the year against Denver was bad. But they won that game 16-3, and that's just because they were running the ball down their throats. And then they had a game. His game against the Rams statistically wasn't that great because, I mean, they won 26-10. Blount had a great game, and they just kind of, they kind of let up. They didn't really try too hard in that game. But I don't know, like, where could this concussion have occurred? That is my biggest question that I would ask Giselle. Just when and why didn't he tell anyone? Like, I understand he's the ultimate competitor, blah, blah, blah. But, if you're Tom Brady, I understand concussions are bad, but you can afford to take a game off. I mean, let's say this happened in that game against the Rams or the game. Yeah, let's say it happens in the game against the Rams. That's week 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, week 12. All right, so I guess you missed the game against Baltimore, which is a pretty big game, but you're back for the game against Denver, hopefully. I mean, I'd say that he had a concussion in the game against the Rams, but against the Ravens, he was ridiculous. He was 25 of 38 for 406 and 3 TDs. So I am absolutely baffled by this. This is so unbelievably just ridiculous. Tom Brady, the best player in football, in my opinion, last year, the guy who has now led 2 of the greatest Super Bowl comebacks in NFL history, the face of the biggest franchise, second biggest franchise in football right now, got a concussion and decided not to tell anyone about it. And then his wife, on like a radio show or a late night talk show, decides to start a scandal and tells everyone. What? Like, what is this story? This is such a strange thing to me. I'm totally baffled by this. And it's like, I don't think this should take away from anyone. I think the Patriots clearly aren't, the Patriots clearly are not in any trouble over this. I'm sure if they knew that Brady had a concussion, they would probably do something. So I can't really blame them too much for not doing anything. So let's move on with this. Let's take a quick break. Again, it's going to be, despite the fact that we actually have things to talk about, we'll buff through the show pretty quickly. I'm actually not going to be here from May 20th to May 30th. So the next, I think, 2 shows or 3 shows, I'm not going to be here. So just, be ready for that. I know everyone's going to miss me. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the legacies of 2 players who next year are not going to be on the team. It's a new year, which means a fresh start for your business. And a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you just need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can. With ZipRecruiter, you can jumpstart your hiring in 2017. Post your job to 200-plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, my listeners can post job on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sportsfan. So one more time, try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/SPORTSFAN. All right, team, welcome back to the Patriots Beat podcast. So we're going to go through 2 guys who, I think did an excellent job as Patriots, but unfortunately are no longer going to be with the team. So number one is going to be Sebastian Vollmer. Sebastian Vollmer, the big German, was on the Patriots for, yikes, how long? I want to say he was on the Patriots for 8 years, drafted out of the University of Houston, currently 32 out of Dusseldorf, Germany. He hasn't officially retired, but the Patriots... Wait, did he officially retire? Yeah, he did officially retire. He retired 2 days ago. He said that he had lost 75 pounds from his playing weight of 320 with no intentions of playing again. It's totally fine. It's totally cool. The Patriots released him back on March 3rd. He was going to be... He missed all of last season, I want to say. Or most of last season. He never got activated off the PUP list. And actually opened up the door for Marcus Cannon to come in and literally be the best offensive lineman that the Patriots had last year. So I was pretty impressed by Sebastian Vollmer in his career. I thought he was consistently one of the better right tackles in all of football. Unfortunately, he could never just stay healthy for long periods of time. He had a lot of issues with his back. He had a lot of issues with his knees. He had a lot of issues with his ankles. He was just a really big guy that took a lot of beatings. But Vollmer was a good player for the Patriots. He was always consistent when he was on the field. He was versatile. He could play. He played left tackle when Nate Solder went down last year. He played left tackle a couple times whenever Solder was out with injury. He ended up winning. He ended up going to 3 Super Bowls with the team, winning 1. I believe he was also the starter on that 2011 team, but was definitely the starter on the 2014 team, and was at the time, I do believe, one of the best. Was one of the best right tackles in all of football last year. I mean, that was kind of the year where everything just clicked for everyone. So I do truly believe that Sebastian Vollmer will go down as one of the great, or not one of the great, as just a very good offensive tackle for the Patriots. I just think, for as right tackles go, for just the problems that you can have at the position and this and that, he did a great job. And I'm also going to probably give him a little bit of credit. I'm sure he helped out Marcus Cannon a little bit on Marcus Cannon's way to ending up being ranked as, the third best tackle in the NFL, ranked out by Pro Football Focus's rankings. So good on Sebastian Vollmer. Congratulations, friend. I hope you enjoy retirement. I hope you enjoy all the German beer they could ever hope for and take a couple shots of Jaeger for your boys here at Patriots Beat. So that is it for Sebastian Vollmer. And then our second friend, who is now leaving, one of the great Patriots over the last, I want to say, 2 years, and then two before that was LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette Blount was just, what a character he was on the team. Obviously, last year he had his best season on the Patriots, played 16 games, had 300 carries for 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards, averaged about 4 yards a carry, and 18 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, and 1 loss. What an unbelievable season for LeGarrette Blount, and what an unbelievable character the Patriots were happy to have on this team. He was such an influencer for the Patriots. He was on the team the past couple of years, except he signed with the Steelers after his 1 year in 2013. But what a player the LeGarrette Blount was. He ended up turning into just a great thumper, good goal line back. He was just like the big guy. He was the thunder to Shane Vereen's lightning in that 2014 season. He was the workhorse for the Patriots this year after there were rumors that the Patriots might let him go during training camp, and he fought through all of that. He fought through the noise, and bing, bom, boop, there he goes. He ends up having 18 rushing touchdowns, and I do believe he led the NFL in rushing touchdowns as well. LeGarrette Blount was a man among children on the football field, a guy who could run over linebackers and corners alike, a man who could stiff arm even the biggest of defensive linemen. LeGarrette Blount was an absolute fan favorite, one of my favorite running backs that the Patriots have had. Probably one of the best running backs that the Patriots have had in a while, just from the pure standings of a workhorse running back. He did a very good job the past couple of years. He will now go to the Philadelphia Eagles, going as far away from the Patriots as he can, all the way to the NFC East, to wreak havoc against the Giants, the Redskins, and the Cowboys. I hope he caused them as much mayhem as possible. You will be missed, but you were enjoyed, Mr. LeGarrette Blount. So, LeGarrette Blount and Sebastian Vollmer are OUT. So with that, excuse me, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to break down what the next, oh my God, I'm dying, what the next couple of weeks look like. We'll be right back. Not all ingredients are created equal. Fresh, high-quality ingredients make a real difference, so it's important to know where your food comes from. I know that me personally, when I was living in a college dorm, I used Blue Apron in order to get my fresh ingredients so that me and my roommate Jack could cook up some nice meals, maybe some fresh steaks, maybe some good chili, some quality stuff. And it's also a very fun holiday gift, so maybe for a nice Valentine's Day gift or a nice birthday gift coming up, I wouldn't give it to a girlfriend. Obviously, Blue Apron would be a little rough, but give it to a family member. Maybe they can get some high-quality ingredients in their life. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Blue Apron knows that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you make incredible meals, so they set the highest quality standards for their community of artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, fisheries, and ranchers. Whether it's Japanese ramen noodles, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, or heirloom tomatoes, Blue Apron is bringing you the best. So check out this week's menu. Get your first 3 meals free with free shipping. Go to blueapron.com/Patriots. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/Patriots. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. That's going to do it for this week's Patriots Beat podcast. Please remember to give us a rating and review on iTunes and Stitcher. You can find me on Twitter at CLNS_SportsDean. It's been a great episode talking a little Tom Brady, talking a little LeGarrette Blount, and talking a little Sebastian Vollmer. So with that being said, we will see you guys next week. I will not. I'm actually going to be out of the country, like I said, from May 20th to May 30th. So hopefully Michael Angie can keep you guys entertained enough. Thank you guys for the well wishes on Twitter about my job hunt, especially from my guy Tom McCoy. Thank you. I really appreciate the well wishes, especially from all of you fans. It's been a great year, but now that I'm graduating college, I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop for sure. But we'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.